Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog. Today is Thursday, January 13th. January 10th was my 40th birthday, which was Monday. And I guess to jump right into this video, if you're new here, this is my channel, Amanda Random. I'm sorry if I sound really hoarse or if you can't hear me well. I really just, this is all I got. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of jump right into this video because it's kind of going to be my COVID diaries, shall we say. If I can make it happen, I don't know, because I'm feeling horrible today. For us in my house, my son is already tested positive for COVID. And I'm sure we've all had it prior. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'm a type 1 diabetic. So throughout this video, you're going to hear this little insulin pump of mine beeping and yelling at me. Sorry, I can't breathe. So basically, we've had COVID in the house before. There was a positive test that was my son's. The rest of us have never had an actual positive test, but when he was sick, we were all sick, so we figured that's kind of what it was. And we've had it multiple different times now, be it that it was COVID or not COVID, whatever you want to call it, we were sick. I have not been this sick in a long time. My immune system is completely suppressed, with that being a type 1 diabetic, and I have really bad chronic asthma, so it has gotten actually better in these last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years, because of the fact that I've lost it was well over 120 pounds or more that I've lost weight. And I noticed when losing weight and being more active, my asthma was getting better and a little better, and I was having less asthma attacks. My asthma usually genuinely like full on comes and hits me when I'm sick or getting sick, and then that's when it kind of turns into like an asthmatic bronchitis that just settles in my lungs. So on Monday, my birthday, I ended up coming home because Jasmine was sent home from school and she had a cough and didn't feel very well. So that night she had a fever, so I kept her home on Tuesday. And Tuesday morning, my son Avery came downstairs and he was like, "Mom, I don't feel good." And I was like, oh no, here we go. Mind you, on Tuesday, I was fine. Besides my normal everyday aches and pains. So, I can't even look at myself in the viewfinder. Like, I just got out of the bath, and I barely have any makeup on. Like, just some mascara that was left, and that was about it. So it's really hard for me to even look at myself. So I apologize for how I sound, how I look right now. All of that stuff. So, anyways, yeah, I should probably plug that back in. Maybe it won't drive us nuts then. So, anyways, like I said, I ended up telling him then we're connected now. Okay. I ended up telling him that he needed to go lay back down then, because of our school district's policies with being sick and with his sister being sick and everything. I knew there was no way that he was going to be able to go to school, and even if I sent him, they were going to send him home. Not that I would have, but so I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask and get some insulin going here and stuff, so that just shuts up for us. But he went to bed. Back to bed on Tuesday. Jasmine complained of and my daughter, just so you guys know, is 11. My son is 16. And like I said, I just turned 40 on Monday. So Jasmine, on Tuesday was complaining of just this really bad she said it felt like she had swallowed water in the back of her throat, and that she just kept coughing this stuff up, and that it was really hard for her to breathe and kind of swallow, and that her throat was getting really sore. I'm sorry for the light. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I don't know. The sun keeps going in and out, so I don't know. I guess maybe we'll see if this works. And then she started complaining Tuesday evening about really achy legs and just wanting to sit in the bathtub. And even when this girl is sick, she's still like on her computer or, you know, like up and about to some degree and things like that. And this time she was not very active whatsoever. She kind of had a low appetite, and I kind of had a feeling like, great, this is probably COVID. So, fast forward now until yesterday morning, which was Wednesday morning, and I knew that I was going to have to probably take her in, as well as my son Avery, because if I was taking her, I might as well take him. Wednesday morning and through Tuesday evening, I'd say for me, I kind of noticed I had a little bit of a runny nose, but that was it. I felt fine. I just had a runny nose. So I started taking like some extra vitamin D and some vitamin C and things like that Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning. Like I said, I knew I was going to call and make them an appointment. So I ended up feeling like I just had the worst sinus pressure in my nose and under my eyes, and I had a tickle in the back of my throat. But that's all it was. Like, I didn't ache. I didn't feel icky. It was just kind of like, oh no, my throat's kind of scratchy. And now I have this, you know, runny nose a little bit. So, and then with the headache, I'm like, oh good Lord, great. So I did indeed call and make an appointment for those two at their doctor. And we had to follow all the COVID protocols and, you know, go through certain entryways and all of this at our hospital. And we got in, and long story short, they were both tested for influenza. No, they didn't do the influenza. They did a strep test as well as the COVID test on both of them. And my son Avery's COVID test came back that he was negative as of right now. But he was showing the symptoms. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's better. Oh, it really shows how like horrible I look. Ew. I don't know what's better. So now I guess we'll try it this way a little, even though this makes me look way too bright. I don't like that. Like I said, this lighting is just terrible, and I apologize, but I don't have the strength or the, like, look at my background, you know, like, I think that I don't, whatever. That's not what this is about. Anyway, Avery's came back negative, but because he was showing symptoms, they said he should retest in 2 days. But they also thought maybe because he had just recently gotten over COVID, that maybe he was kind of immune to it right now and just had some other, you know, underlying issues going on, like a regular cold or something. And then Jasmine's swab came back, and they let us know that she was positive for COVID. And let me tell you guys, throughout the day yesterday, I felt myself going downhill so fast, like so fast. I can't even, like, I have a horrible, crappy immune system to begin with, but this hit fast and hard, and I tanked. Like, their appointment was at 4:30, and by 4:30, I was having to constantly clear my throat, do the whole, because right in the very back of my throat, it felt like I was drowning myself, kind of, like even, it just reminded me of what Jasmine said. She's like, Mom, it feels like I swallowed a bunch of water and I have to keep coughing it up. And it just felt like I couldn't clear the back of my throat whatsoever. Like, it didn't matter what I did. And then it started to get actually painful in the back of my throat. And I'm like, great. So when we got to the doctors, obviously we all wore a mask, and I let them know they could hear me coughing. And once Jasmine's results came back positive, my insulin pump was actually going off. And the nurse kind of looked at me and she's like, Mom, you don't sound much better. And is that an insulin pump? And I said, yeah, I'm a diabetic. And I checked my insulin pump, and which is not normal for me, is I was going sky high. And I hadn't eaten anything, and it's just a telltale sign if you're a diabetic, if your blood sugars start just to climb and climb and climb, that your body's fighting off some type of infection, most likely. If it wasn't, from taking in too many carbs or food or something that you didn't bolus for. So, she looked at me and she's like, do you have insurance through us? And I said, yes. My insurance actually switched this year. I'm going through a different private insurance. So, my insurance actually cover the same doctor that my kids go to. And the nurse in the ER was like, can we swab you? And I kind of was just like, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. You can, because if she has it and I feel like this, most likely I have it. So within 10 minutes, she was back in the room, and she's like, that's a very positive COVID test for you as well. They did give my kids, they filled 2 prescriptions, one for each of them, and it was just albuterol inhaler for each of them. And I let her know that I have albuterol at home. I have my at-home nebulizer, which she asked me, if you're feeling short of breath, make sure you're using your nebulizer. Make sure you're using your rescue inhaler. And that I need to monitor mine very, very carefully as well, because of the fact that, I have all of these other issues already. So that was yesterday, which was Wednesday. I was supposed to have Mia tomorrow, so no, I'm not going to have Case, obviously. I'm not going to have Mia. We are completely quarantined. And it makes me so sad, because I'm going to miss those guys so much. But I know that I don't have the strength right now or the energy to do that anyway. But last night, you guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Last night scared the crap out of me. My bedroom is upstairs here, and I came downstairs because... Is that better or worse? I don't know. So, like I was saying, last night, sorry, my bedroom is upstairs, and last night, when I was trying to lay down, even though I have a bed that elevates, having the head propped and everything wasn't helping me, and I was coughing, and I felt like crap, and I didn't want to keep Rob up, so I came downstairs. And I was really freaking out. Like, I sat completely straight up on this couch that you guys are propped on the back of in front of the window right now. And, I literally, like, like I do right now, kind of, I feel like I was drowning, like, in my own fluids, if that makes sense, I guess. It was just all in the back of my throat and my chest, and I just keep trying to clear it, and it would clear for a second, like that, and then it would just fill right back up and feel like I couldn't take a full breath of air. So I did end up using my inhaler a couple times throughout the night, and it helped for just a little bit, and then instantly I think I was kind of putting myself into a little bit of a panic and asthma attack anyway, just because of that feeling when you feel restricted, like you can't breathe. That always sends me into kind of an asthma attack anyway. So I was just sitting down here trying to stay calm, and I was so tired, you guys, like so tired. I filled up my big, like, half-gallon water bottle with water and ice, and I just kept trying to drink and I kept feeling it kind of move into my chest, and then it would feel up higher, and then it would feel like it's in my nose, and then it felt like it was kind of like top to bottom. And then I just started contemplating, like, am I gonna have to go to the ER? I was tingly all over, and I felt this just insane chest pain where it just felt like something was sitting on my chest. Like, my breathing was so restricted. It still is, but not as bad as last night, and I'm hoping tonight it doesn't get that way again. But across my chest and even across to my back, I just felt this insane pressure. Like, trying to take a deep breath, it just wasn't working for me. I couldn't fill my lungs up to feel like I had enough air, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, I know COVID hits everyone differently, and this is not a woe is me video by any means. I honestly didn't have any motivation, energy, or anything to get up off of this couch. It's 1:20 right now. And I got into a hot bath to see if that would help and let the hot shower run. That was at probably like 12:30. And I sat in there for quite a while just trying to see if that would help my aches and pains or just anything. And then when I got out, I did. I felt a little more refreshed, even though it took everything in me to wash my hair. Like holding my arms up like this and, you know, scrubbing your head and doing the whole hair washing business. It seriously took so much out of me, and I felt completely drained just from lifting my arms, as pathetic as that sounds. And then I got dried off, and I grabbed this and my tripod and my camera, and I just collapsed on the couch, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to document this, even if it's something you guys don't want to watch or have, you know, your own viewpoints and stands on, or I know a lot of people don't believe it. I don't care if it's COVID. I don't care if it's the flu. I don't care if it's bronchitis. I don't care if you call it pneumonia. I don't care what you call it. Whatever virus that I have, is horrible. It really is. And I want to make like an honest documentation of what I felt. And like I said, last night I thought I was going to die. Like, I literally did. My blood sugars were going through the roof, and I could not breathe no matter what I did. And I was getting so anxious and nervous and afraid. And then it was around 4 o'clock this morning. I kind of finally just passed out from exhaustion. And then I woke up to a coughing fit, and I just kept coughing and coughing all this stuff up. And I ended up throwing up a little bit, TMI. But it was more not like I threw up the contents of my stomach, because there was really nothing in it. It was more just like the phlegm and the gross thickness of the stuff that's developing in my lungs and the back of my throat. So yeah, that was so fun. And then I periodically kind of drifted in and out of sleep throughout the morning. And then I had to be up by 7 and contact the school for the kids and talk to the CDC for the county and all of that stuff. And then I did not leave this couch. Besides to fill up my water bottle or to barely make it to the bathroom, I didn't leave the couch until I went this afternoon and took a shower and sat in the bath. And as tired and exhausted as I am from all of that, you'd think like I just ran a marathon. But I do feel a little better. I don't know if it's because I brushed my teeth, I washed my face. Some obviously I didn't have enough in me. Like, I didn't scrub off my icky mascara or anything, but I don't know. Right now, I'm definitely a little better than I was last night. I don't have that tremendous pressure on my chest or across my back right now, and I'm just so praying that it doesn't come back tonight. What I've been doing so far is taking vitamin D. I've been taking NyQuil today. I've also been greasing myself up around my neck, my chest, and my back and the bottom of my feet with Vicks Vapor Rub, and then like putting socks on my feet. And I also have this thing from back in the day called a dickie. Basically, it's a turtleneck that has a long part that kind of comes down with fabric and it covers your chest. And there's also a long piece of fabric that comes from the back of the cowl or turtleneck, and it covers your back. So when you grease yourself all up, it kind of holds that in, and that has really helped. I don't finally feel greasy and icky, but I know that pretty soon here I'm gonna have to reapply all that now that I got out of the shower and everything. But yeah, I just decided I was gonna let you guys know how it was going. I know as a type 1, I was really interested in if anybody vlogged or told about the process of how COVID hit them, how it reacted to their blood sugars. I also have dystonia, I have neuropathy, and asthma. So I kind of just wanted to keep a detailed account to see if it would help anybody else. I did have to go in and up my basal rate and give myself a temp. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, I gave myself a temporary higher dose of basal insulin, and it just means what I normally get per hour is upped quite a bit because I'm sick and my body's fighting this, and I'm trying to combat my blood sugars, where last night they were skyrocketing. Let me check my pump here. I was up to over 300 last night, and then I got to about 350, and then there was a 375 with 2 arrows straight up, and that was super scary, and I was like, oh, good Lord, I just didn't know what to do. So combating COVID and my blood sugars and being so worried about everything, it was significantly a horribly non-delightful night in this random household. Avery did okay last night. He's feeling just a little bit like he's got a cold and some aches and pains. Jasmine is just so lethargic. Like, she's just so tired, and all she wants to do is sleep and wrap herself up in her robe and lay around. And I fully get it right now, because sitting here right now talking to you guys, like, I'm getting short of breath, and I ache from head to toe, literally ache. I have the worst pressure right here behind my eyes and my face, in my temples, and my throat is really sore, so I should probably shut up and quit talking. But I just wanted to document my COVID diary day 1. They told me yesterday for me did not count as my first full day with COVID because I didn't get the symptoms until whenever in the afternoon more and whatnot. So apparently today is my first day, and I have to quarantine until next week, Monday or Tuesday. And so do the kids. So that's more school they're going to be missing, and it's just not fun. So that's kind of all I have for you guys today. I really wanted to start the year off in a better frame of mind with more positivity, more happy, fun vlogs, more doing things again, like pushing myself to get back onto my weight loss goals and getting back on my treadmill. That's not going to happen right now. So I guess I'm just going to take baby steps and feel this out and hope that last night is not a repeat of tonight, or tonight's not a repeat of last night, because that was scary and very rough. And there's just moments where I feel like, oh, this isn't so bad, I'm okay, I got this. And then there's moments where I'm like, okay, where's my inhaler? What do I do? What do I take? I don't know what I should be doing. I'm freaking out a little bit here. I have no energy to get up and let my dogs out and do this and that, which obviously I have been. But, checking on my kids because they're sick and I'm sick. And unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, my husband Rob is not showing any signs. And even though he was in direct contact with us, according to his work, it does not matter. And they all wear masks and 6-foot distance and whatnot. So he was basically told, you have to be at work. I don't understand that. So another issue is we're trying to completely quarantine from him then. So to keep all this away from him. So I don't know if when he gets home tonight, he's going to quarantine upstairs and we're going to kind of stay down here. I don't really know how that's all going to work yet, but I really hope he doesn't get it because he has horrible asthma and he just got over it not too long ago. And yeah, it has not been fun and I am exhausted and I'm done talking. So I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm sorry about the way I look. I'm sorry about the angle. I'm sorry about my voice and how I sound. But I really kind of want to keep track of what's all going on. So here's to the COVID Diaries, day 1, I guess. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and always making it feel like I have a friend to talk to, even when I sound like this. I know you guys support me and you always show so much love. So never ever think that that is taken for granted. And if you're new here to my channel, we'd love for you to join this random family. From hauls to vlogs to COVID, I guess we kind of have a little bit of it all. So I love you guys, and I will try my hardest to keep you updated throughout the next week or so and see how this goes, since I'm going to be stuck at home. Well, okay, you guys. Stay random. Bye.